Hello, hi, this is Mute Business Coach. So let me use it as an introduction for those who did not watch my previous video. Please, if you've not watched the previous video, I will advise you go and watch that previous video because that is an introduction to this training. Like I said, this is a virtual assistant training. This is me recording my journey, and it's going to be a very kind of long training. So please stick to this training and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That is the only way you can help me and you can actually as well motivate me. So please subscribe to this channel. Also, I will appreciate if you drop questions, because your questions will only help me better. So my name is Vivian Olanitori, but my business name is Mule Business Coach. That's what I use on all my social media platform, on my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok. You can search me with Mule Business Coach, even here on YouTube. So before further ado, let's dive into the training. So today it's an introduction to a virtual assistant. So like I said, this is my journey. It's a recorded journey. So you're welcome to work with me on this journey. So on today's training, we'll try to learn what is a virtual assistant. So virtual and assistant are kind of two different words. So virtual means remote, I get me, remotely, and then assistant means support, which means you're trying to work with people, you're supporting people remotely, and you get paid for your services. So as a virtual assistant, you are expected not to be in your particular place of where your boss is. Like nobody is supervising you, you're doing your thing, you're your own, apart from the fact that you give out record and you give updates of your activities as a virtual assistant to your head or whoever you're working with. Now we have so many people using that name virtual assistant, but they're actually no, they're actually, like, let me not just say that probably they're not addressed, or they're not supposed to be addressed as a virtual assistant, but because they also work remotely, they use the name virtual assistant. But what will make you different from those people is the fact that you can take multiple jobs at the same time. Yes, a virtual assistant is an independent contractor, which means you can work for multiple clients and even more clients without getting tired. You get that is what being a virtual assistant is. You are an independent contractor. As a virtual assistant, you can be a copywriter, you can be a digital marketer, you can be a content creator, you can also be a website designer, a WordPress manager. You can be so many things. It only depends on the particular niche you can actually work on. But according to me, I believe that you can actually acquire all this knowledge, even if I know it's actually much. But instead of niching down, it's good you acquire all this knowledge and then see which one you're good at before knowing where to niche down. So that is what I believe. So you might want to, like, okay, since I've explained what a virtual assistant is, now what will now make me a virtual assistant? Now what make you a virtual assistant is the what you know, how you can use it, and how well you can use it. So that's what actually makes you a virtual. Another thing that can actually become like an issue is the time management. So the time management can actually affect, especially when your client's time zone is different from yours. It could actually be a problem, but there's actually going to be a way to maneuver all that if you actually know how to manage your time well. So another thing is that as a goal, your goal as a virtual assistant is to retain your client. Now, in retaining your client, you might be asking that how do I retain my client? Is number one, taking that client's business like it's your own business. You manage people's business like it's your own business, because most times when you manage their business like, okay, you're being paid, whether they make sales or not, they will not be able to retain you. They will not be able to pay you salary. So this is one thing you should always put at the back of your mind. So another thing again is making your client dependent on you. If you make your client dependent on you, it will make you work for them for like a very long time. Now, another thing again you need to put at the back of your mind is that as a virtual assistant, you will not stop learning. You will always be learning so as to keep improving. As much as time zone is actually a problem, another thing again you should avoid is toxic clients. There are different clients, even normally when managing your clients, even offline or online clients, whichever one, we have some troublesome clients. So when you come across this kind of clients, you just need to say what you want and decide what you need, irrespective of the money they offer. Okay, let me like make like a scenario. Like, I'm a mother. If I'm working for a client that do not like children, I don't see the reason why I could take up that job, because my mental health is important to me. So I think this is something you should actually look out for when taking up a job, if it's going to be suitable to you. Also, point that in at your, because I keep hearing people say that the market is saturated, you will not get a job. Let me tell you something, you will get a job. Just believe in yourself that as you're working as a virtual assistant, you will definitely get a job. Don't allow anybody put that into your head that the market is saturated. It might be saturated for others, but it will not be saturated for you. So for now, this is the little I think I'm able to explain as being a virtual assistant. So in our next training, we'll start learning the tools we need to work with as a virtual assistant. So if you have questions, please drop your questions. I'll be grateful, because your question will only make me better. That's just it. Just don't forget that I'm actually working on a journey. Please just don't forget to support me, subscribe to this channel. Please, please, please keep subscribing to this channel, because that's the only way other people can actually see this channel, follow this channel, and then we'll actually achieve our goals together.